Years since her kidnapping, and now Elizabeth Smart is telling her story in her own words about her abduction. She is joining me live this morning from New York City to tell us more. Elizabeth, good morning.
Good morning, Natalie.
Well, it's really good to talk to you. I've been looking forward to this. I remember very well covering your story all those years ago. And my first question is, I'm wondering why now? Over the years, I know you have been asked to do this many times. What has finally propelled you to do this?
Well, first of all, I never felt ready to do it over the years, but as I became more and more involved in advocacy work and speaking out for children and for women who have experienced sexual violence and kidnapping, I realized that what happened to me is not so different from what happens to other survivors. I mean, kidnappings happen every single day. Rape happens every single day, and it shouldn't matter if you're kidnapped out of your bed at knife point or walking down the street late at night, drunk out of your mind and naked. Rape is never okay. Rape is rape, and it's not okay. And I felt like this was a great opportunity for me to give the greater public an understanding, a real look inside of what it's like to be kidnapped, of what it's like to be raped, and how devastating that is, because the chances are that you know someone, whether you actually know you know them or you just know them, chances are you know people who have been raped. And it's terrifying to come forward and say that I was raped. It's terrifying. And so it's so important to have support, to have help, to have love, to have a community there so that when you do come forward, that they're there to support you.
It feels like recently we have so many stories of trauma, and so many with the whole Me Too campaign of women who have been either assaulted or harassed, but so much trauma in our world. What is the advice that you would give to women who are going through something difficult and maybe they haven't told anyone?
First of all, I would say to them that they are strong and that it was not their fault. Like I was saying, it doesn't matter if you're kidnapped out of your bed at 14 years old or if you are drunk at a bar. Rape is never okay, and it's not your fault. It doesn't matter if it was from a boyfriend or a husband or someone you know or someone you don't know. It's not your fault, and that no one can do something to you that can diminish your worth as a human being. You are still worthwhile. You are still worthy to be loved. You are still worthy to have a happy, wonderful life. So do not give up on that.
You speak with such passion, and you're such an inspiration. I know you've also established a foundation. Is that correct? The Elizabeth Smart Foundation?
Yes, I'm so proud of it. One of our latest initiatives is called Smart Talks, where we're going into universities and we're having these frank, open discussions about what rape is and how it affects you and what it does to your mind and how your body reacts and where you can turn for recourse and for help. These are hugely important. As you say, that it seems every day something new is coming out, and certainly colleges have been in the spotlight a lot lately. So it is important to have these discussions because so many girls coming to college. I interviewed a couple girls a few years ago who they have since graduated, but as freshmen in college, both of them were raped. One was by a boyfriend, the other was by a friend. And at the time, they didn't know what had happened to them was rape. They just thought it was terrible, terrible sex. And it took a police officer to tell them what had happened to them was rape. And so it's so important that we define what rape is and where it can come from and how it happens and where you can turn for help.
All about education and being willing to talk about it. Very quickly, I want to talk about the special, but also, where are you in your life now? Are you married, children? Where are things for you personally?
I am married. I have been married for almost 6 years now, and I have 2 children. I have a 2-year-old and a 7-month-old, and my family is just the best part of my life.
Well, it's so nice to hear that you are doing well and helping other people. So the special, it's going to be on Sunday and Monday on A&E, correct?
Yes, yes.
All right. Well,
I'm so excited. I'm so proud of it.
Well, I know it took a long time for you to get to this stage, so we'll be looking forward to watching it. Elizabeth Smart autobiography airs Sunday, Monday on A&E, and I Am Elizabeth Smart premieres November 18th, also on Lifetime. Good to see you. All the best to you, Elizabeth.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, let's get over to talk about our weather and traffic. What an inspiration. Oh, I mean, boy, you remember that story.
Phoenix rising out of the ashes.
Yeah.
She really is.
So powerful. And
yeah.
You can see her passion in the way she speaks about everything. So a great interview, Natalie. Unfortunately,